So today we'll discuss about activity 11, implementing server authentication. So assume that you are the network administrator of a company and you are being asked to enhance network security. So you are going to implement server authentication using Cisco switches and routers. So we need one 2960 switch, one 1941 router, which acts as a server, then two PCs. So connect the PC to switch port, then connect the router to the switch ports. Okay. We'll start the activity. I'll open packet tracer. Okay, I'll go and add maximize this one first. Go for router first. I'll make the router name as R1. Then I'll add 2960 switch. Okay. I'll make the switch name as S1. Then I will add two PCs, one here, one here. I'll make the name this one PC2, this one PC1. So let it arrange properly. Okay, now I need to connect the computers to switch PC1 FA0 to FA0 bar 1. This one PC2 FA0 bar 2 and S1 to router FA0 bar 3 to G0 bar 0. I'll open the router interface G0 bar 0 where I connected the switch. I'll give the IP address 192.168.1.1. Subnet mask automatically will come to 55250 because it's class C. Then turn it on. The interface will be on. Go to the computers. Assign IP address for computer PC1. I have to configure as 192.168.1.2. Subnet mask 2553 times 10 because default class C subnet mask. Default gateway is the IP address of router interface. This one, okay? That's why I gave 1.1. Now this one I have to give the IP address 192.168.1.3. Then subnet mask will come automatically through 553 times 0. Gateway also done. Now let me ping to computers and router. Let's see the ping is working before doing any security commands. Okay, ping 192.168.1.1 to the router. It's pinging. Now to the another computer, it is 1.3 also pinging. Go to this PC2. Let me ping to the router first, then we'll go for the another computer 192.168.1.1. It's pinging. Now for the first computer, also pinging. Done. Now I want to configure some commands and switch. Okay. So I'm in configure if. So I want to come out of that. So exit. Now first thing, host name R1. Change the name of routers R1. Now what I want to do, I want to check my Word file. See, I want to configure the SSH, secure shell. It's a remote access protocol. You want to access the router remotely using secure protocol SSH. You want to configure these things. Okay, domain name, username, password, RSA key size, SSH version 2, authentication retry. Do this first. Okay, so that's my. Want to go to the router. Okay, so router, I'll put it on top. Okay, so it will be there. We keep the router on top. Okay. Now domain name is, so I'm going to configure SSH. Okay. So first thing, domain name. So they should belong to a domain name. No? So domain hyphen name. What is given in the question paper? Domain name is utas.com. Okay. Now after that, you have to configure crypto key generate RSA. I'm going to configure some security cryptography. We need to generate a key, okay, and we use RSA algorithm. Okay, what about the key size? 1024. It should be multiples of 512. 512 into 2, 1024. 512 into 3, 512 into 4. You can give the multiples of 512. Okay, Done. Now, what I need to do, I want to configure the username, password, then SSH version authentication. Okay. So here I already have the command. Okay. So username, Shinas, password, Cisco, then version of SSH, IPS. See, version is 1.99. I want to configure the version, IPSSH version 2. Then authentication retry. Mr. What is IPSSH version 2? I want to configure as such, but the version by default is 1.99. I want to make it 2, so I put like this. Next command is IPSSH authentication retries 2. So let me have a spelling mistake here. Okay. Authentication retries 2. That means if I give the SSH password wrong, okay, 2 times if I give wrong password, the system, the SSH will log out. Okay, it will time out. That's what SSH authentication retry to. Okay, 2 times you have to give. If you give wrong password, it will kick you out. So make sure you don't give the SSH password wrong 2 times. Okay, that's what I give this one. Then configure VTY lines. Okay, I didn't configure VTY lines. Okay, so I'm taking line VTY 0 to 15. After that, I want to use SSH, the transport. Okay, so transport input. I can mention here telnet or SSH or all. I'm going to mention only SSH can use these lines. Okay. Then login local. Why? Because I'm not going to give a password for SSH. Already we have a local username password, Shinas and Cisco. They will use the same username password. That's why login local. Exit. Now I want to, so this one is already set. SSH version and authentication already done. So you can delete that one. Now let me check my SSH is configured properly or not. Show IP SSH version 2 authentication. Also you can timeout also we can change, but I'm not changing. Retries 2. Okay. So this one, what is timeout? How long it will wait for the user to enter the SSH password? It's wait for 120 seconds. Okay. We can reduce that also. Now define ACL, access control list, to allow traffic only from trusted employee PCs. That means here I'm going to create an access list, this extended access list. Okay. So numbers start from 100. So I put 100. Permit IP, host 192.168.1.2 to any. So from this computer, you can access any computer. From this also, you can access any computer. So this one, destination any. Others not possible. Okay, so just I will add this commands first. Configure T access list 100, permit 192.168.1.2, the permit IP host, because I want to mention the host address. I'm mentioning the host address, right? Permit IP, then host. Which host? You have to mention that source IP address, exactly the IP address of PC1, then to any. Done. Now the same thing, allow this for 1.3 also, the PC2. Now deny all of those. Okay. Deny IP any. None. Now where you are going to apply this access list 100, we are not going to apply in the interface. We're going to apply in the VTY lines 0 to 15 where we have SSH traffic. Okay. So you apply ACL to VTY lines for incoming SSH traffic. So I'll go here. Line VTY 0 to 15. Access class 100 in. Do WR. Okay, I'm applying that access class. That is only allow 192.168.1.2. Yani this machine and 1.3 PC2 to access. Okay. through SSH. Okay, apply this into VTA line. That 0 to 15. That's where we configured SSH. So let's try how we will test this one. So I'm going to test the SSH from PC1 to R1. Go to PC1. Already pinging is there. Now I'll try SSH. Okay, SSH minus L, small L, not 1. Username is, I have Shina's username. IP address of router 192.168.1.1. Password is Cisco. Allowed. I'll go for next PC. Its IP is 1.3. That also allowed, but this you have to try that. Go this one. Go to command prompt. SSH minus L. Username is Shinas for SSH. Then IP address of router is 192.168.1.1. Password is Cisco. Allowed. Now only these two pieces allowed. Other pieces not allowed. Okay, I'll try that. I'll add one more PC. I will change the name. Already PC3 is there. No need to change. Now go for any other port 0 bar 4. Now I'll assign the IP address as 192.168.1.1 is given for router. 2 is for PC1. 3 is for PC2. This one I'll give 1.4. Okay. Stop. Okay. Then the gateway is 192.168.1.1. This is done. Now let's try ping is working from new PC3 to router. It's working. Now I want to try the SSH. That's where we applied the condition. Okay, SSH will be allowed only for 192.168.1.2 and 1.3. So SSH minus L, Shinas 192.168.1.1. See, connection refused by remote host because the ACL we applied. No, we applied ACL. That means we allow PCs PC1, PC2 to access router by SSH. That's why we applied that ACL in the line VTA0 to 15. Other machines cannot access. That thing is now working. Now we want to put some security commands in switch. In switch, we can add port security commands, which will protect the ports. How many maximum address, MAC address allowed on the port. If any computer break that, which one rule. So how we can protect the switch like that. Okay. For that, I go for the command first of all. Configure port security. What are the interfaces? I go for 0 bar 1 to 2. Switch port mode access. Whenever you are configuring port security, make sure the ports which you are configuring is access ports. Access port means the ports of a switch connected to computers or end devices. Then switch port security command. Next, switch port security maximum 2. That means in these two ports, maximum 2 MAC address, computers with 2 MAC address can be connected. Okay. Switch port security violation means, violation restrict means we are checking whether any device violate the port security rules. There are 3 methods are there: restrict, shut down, and protect. I use here restrict mode. Okay. So whenever some machines violate that rule, break the rule, port security rules, like then they try to connect the third machine or some rules. Okay. They break means if I'm using restrict no, the traffic will be blocked. There will be no traffic from that particular PC towards a switch. And syslog server will record the logs. Okay. Whatever things happening, that log will be recorded in the syslog server. And the violation count increases. So somebody violate that rule, that count of violation increases. Okay, that's what restrict. Shutdown means the port will be entirely shut down. No, the port will be in shutdown mode. But in case of restrict, traffic will be blocked, but the port will be in active mode. Okay, green color. Protect means same like restrict. Only thing is the traffic will be blocked. That's okay, but the syslog server will not record any log. There will be no traces. Then the violation counter never increases. So we go for restrict mode. Okay. I will which one configure this commands first in the switch. Switch enable configure space T interface range FA 0/1 to 2 switch port security. Before that, you have to make the ports access. Okay. See, if I am not making that access, what happens? So it is a dynamic port. So switch port mode access first, then switch port security, then switch port security maximum 2. If you want to record the MAC address of a computer dynamically into the switch, means we'll give switch port security MAC address sticky. If you want to automatically or dynamically store the MAC address of computer into that ports, no, you have to give MAC address sticky. If you want to manually do that, you have to mention MAC address of that particular computer. Right. Okay. I don't want to do that. Just I'll move that. Okay. Then if anyone violate the rules, switch port security violation, what's the mode? We have, see, we have 3 modes: protect, restrict, shutdown. In this case, I am asking you to do restrict only. Do WR. That also done. Okay. You want to test it. So see here in this port, I have already connected one PC. Okay, just I'm testing. Now let me check the IP address of the switch. So exit. See, when I was performing SSH, when I give the username, IP address of router and password correctly, from computer I can access router. Okay, now I exit and come back to computer itself. Now let me check my which one MAC address. My physical address or MAC address is 00E0B0B691E0. Okay, remember this one 00E0B0B6 Bob691E0. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to the switch and let me check the port security. Show port security, the configured in 0 bar 1 and 2, maximum MAC address of 2, currently 1 address in 0 bar 1. Okay, so next is I want to go for, just I'm checking, right? Show port security interface FS0 bar 1. I could see the MAC address of which one? PC1 00E0 Bob6. Okay, now I want to break the rule. So what I will do, I want to connect 3 pieces, maximum 2 PC. No, when I try to connect 3 PC, the rule will be violated. Okay. So what I will go here. Okay, I'll connect another PC like this. Second one, I give IP address 192.168.1.2, gateway 192.168.1.1. Now go and ping 192.168.1.1. Pinging. Now I'll go for another PC. Remove this one. And I will keep this aside. Then another PC. Go here. This one. One same port. One. Now go here. Let me give the IP address 192.168.1.1. Sorry, 1.2. 1.1 is for router, right? 192.168.1.1. Done. Now go to command prompt ping 192.168.1.1. It will not ping because we are connecting the third PC. Maximum was 2. In this port, maximum MAC address, see, 2. I'm connecting third machine, so it will not be connected. That's how we test the port security one way. Okay, that's all we discuss in this meeting. So